OSHA has a requirement for ongoing safety training for every company, particularly those with 10 or more employees, and it's based on the hazards that that particular industry, that manufacturer may have. If, say, for instance, they don't have confined space, then obviously they don't have to do training for their employees in confined space. However, if they have chemicals, that's a hazard, then they must do training on hazard communications. If OSHA comes in, and they can, they expect to see that you do safety training based on the hazards that you have. And that evidence would require that it be written, because that is evidence. And you know the old saying, if it's not in writing, it didn't happen. And that's OSHA's adage. But they look for the date. They look for the name of the company. They look for the name of the trainer. They look for the topic, and then they want some written verbiage. It doesn't have to be a doctoral dissertation, just maybe a paragraph, and you kind of want to regurgitate some OSHA verbiage from the Code of Federal Regulations. That would be good, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. But it needs to be taught by somebody competent in that subject. It does not have to be a PhD level training. So a little written paragraph that describes the training, and then the printed name and the signature of the employee that attended that training. What they don't want to see, by the way, is what I run into mostly at factories: a sheet with a bunch of blanks on it, the topic, the date, and everybody's signature. They don't necessarily like that. They want a little bit more: who the trainer was, the topic, and so forth. There are several repercussions if they don't have those trainings on file. First of all, if somebody gets injured or there's a fatality, obviously an attorney in a civil lawsuit is going to bring that up, that the company did not train that employee correctly on those hazards. Secondly, especially if there's a fatality, OSHA's coming, more than likely. And that's the first thing they're going to dig into. Where are the records of that employee's company safety training? And if they don't find any, of course, that company's liable for citations and so forth.